Welcome to Dad Rock. Come on in. Hi, welcome to WTDR Video, otherwise known as Welcome to Dad Rock. I just really wanted to say really quick, I wanted to thank my very sweet wife Daniela. She was very excited for me and my new show that she bought me this beautiful new cooler. Now, I know you're asking this question, so I'll answer it right off the bat. Where's Elliott? We all love Elliott, and he's 10,000 times better than me. I know this, but he wants to get behind the camera now, here and there, and he wants to just mess around with different cool angles and just working with filming. Apparently, Elliott thinks he has like these good artistic visions, and he really sees this as like a part of his vision as well. So we'll see how that pans out. Best of luck to him. Another thing about Elliott is he's getting pretty big. He's almost as tall as me now, so it really doesn't matter. At a certain point, probably really soon, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between me and Elliott. You know, I could be Elliott for all you know. As a matter of fact, let's cut to this picture of the two of us together. As you can see in this photo, we're both pretty much looking the same at this point. Basically, I don't really have much going on in my life these days. I'm 45 years old. I'm going to be 46 soon. I also don't have many friends anymore. At this age, people tend to hang out with each other less. So what better time to start talking about records and become friends with you? Now, I wanted to start off really quickly to mention Kiss. Only because this is the first band that really wowed me. And this is the oldest memory I have of listening to music that really just was out of this world. My oldest memory is of Gene Simmons on the TV. And this is like late 70s. I was literally a few years old. So that's why this always is the origin of me getting into like rock music.
Highly recommended record.
I agree. But what we're really going to cover today is Master of Puppets from Metallica and Killers from Iron Maiden, because these are really the two albums that changed my life. These are life-changing for me. I was in 6th grade when I was introduced to these, and even though I listened to stuff like Twisted Sister, Beastie Boys, Van Halen 1984, and AC/DC before this, this is what turned me into an official metalhead. These two albums, I'm going to get into the quick story about that. So, here is why these two albums mean that much to me. It goes back to a story when I was in 6th grade, and this is how the story goes. My good friend lent me these two albums on cassette. He came up to me and said, "Wait till you see these album covers." And he showed me the Metallica one and the Iron Maiden one, and I was like, whoa. And as a kid in 6th grade in 1985, 1986, this was a big deal. So I brought these cassettes home, put them in my tape player, dubbed them, and that was the moment when I officially turned into a metalhead. And I've never been the same since. Anyway, let's move on. Now, you all know the history of this record, and many of you probably know more details and history about this record than me. I just want to talk about it as a fan. This album has Clive Burr on drums, Dave Murray guitar, of course, Paul Di'Anno vocals, Steve Harris bass, Adrian Smith guitar. Beautiful album, and I just want to talk real quick about a song that's not talked about as much, Prodigal Son. I love that song. That song's engraved in my head ever since I heard it, and it's beautiful. Such a really cool song, and please let me know if you really love that song as much as I do. Of course, I love Killers, and I love all the songs in there. Wrathchild, beautiful, awesome album. But that song, to me, is just something that needs to be mentioned more. Now, Metallica, Master of Puppets. Oh, just wanted to say real quick, this album cover art is one of my favorite covers from Iron Maiden. Derek Riggs is probably one of my favorite artists of all time, and Elliott interviewed him when he was really little. Definitely check it out. It's right here on our channel. But anyway, Metallica, Master of Puppets. I just want to talk about Orion, because it is one of my favorite instrumental songs of all time. 3 of my favorite instrumental songs of all time are this one, Call of Cthulhu, and Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. I think Orion might be my favorite. Do you have a favorite instrumental song from Metallica, and why? Do you think Orion is their best one? Do you agree with me? Just please let me know below. Battery. The first time I heard that song, was introduced to this album, it just blew my mind, and it still blows my mind to this day. People talk about this album all the time for a reason. So that's why these two albums changed my life. And look at me now. I'm I don't know what I am.
Hi, Elliott here. I hope you missed me. I just want to mention that I agree with my father on all three of these bands were super, super important to me, especially Kiss. Kiss was the first concert that I've ever gone to. I've seen Metallica live, I've seen Iron Maiden live, and I'm carrying on the heavy metal torch along with all you young metalheads out there.
And I hope you had a very swell time, like I did on my very first episode of Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in to WTDR Video. Welcome to Dad Rock. I really appreciate it. Please stay tuned because we have much more. As a matter of fact, in this garage I have all kinds of stuff like CDs and stuff. So we're going to be going through all kinds of fun records and CDs and albums. So stay tuned. We're going to have a good time.